days like this that I'm really grateful for the APGO Academic Scholars and Leaders Program and everything that I learned there.
I'm here to give you 5 reasons why I think this program extends the mission of APGO and why I think it's so important for clinical faculty to participate. The first is to become a more effective teacher.
Teaching has always been important to me, and when I entered the medical profession, it was obvious that teaching would be a big part of what I wanted to do to improve the lives of others. What ASL has done for me is take a clinician who is passionate about teaching and transform me into a confident medical educator.
The second reason is because it helps learners hone their skills in leadership, whether it's leading others or leading oneself.
Sort of surprised, although it might not should have been, when I realized I was the first ASL graduate to be a president of APGO. I was lucky in the early portion of my career. My chairman, Jolie Simpson, saw some promise in me and supported my application to the Scholars and Leaders program. Luckily, I was accepted to the program, and that was really just the beginning for me.
When I think of APGO, I really think about participation, I think about interaction. I can't go to a meeting without participating in something. And when I think back to that first meeting, the interactions that happen are very different than a lot of the other meetings that I would go to. Most of the time I would sit alone in the dark and listen to something. And this is where you get up, you move around, and you're talking with people. And that was a very cool thing to be a part of. Yet when I think back, I also thought this is a little intimidating. And I remember thinking to myself, why did all these people feel so comfortable doing this? How did they know each other? And I realized pretty quickly that what they did was they got involved. They found something in APGO to participate in. And I also saw that a lot of them were members of the Academic Scholars and Leaders program. So I realized quickly that this was somewhere that I needed to be.
There are many gains that I have received since completing this program, and many of them involve being empowered to acquire more leadership skills.
A third reason is because it cultivates scholarly thinking among the graduates. A fourth and very important reason this course is critical for clinical faculty is that you join a community of scholars who have a shared passion for education all over the country.
The mentors that I was able to identify and who very much were available to me through that program have really been instrumental in my career thus far. They are not only mentors, they've been thought partners, they've been cheerleaders, they've been coaches. They've helped me through, really frankly, the best of times and the worst of times.
The mentorship that I've received from this program has been exemplary and inspiring. I will also continue to mentor younger faculty who are part of APGO as well as who are part of my own institution.
The mentorship that we model within the ASL program provides an example that I think helps ripple through our specialty in ways that benefits not only the people who've completed the ASL program, but the folks who they will go on to mentor. We now have not only mentors and grand mentors, but great grand mentors.
Which leads me to my last reason why I think this course is so important. It's really fun. People leave this course forming lifelong friendships, but while they're here, they're having an opportunity to think about their journey as a learner and where they want to go as a teacher and what their career means to them.
Along with the amazing new connections that I've made with similarly passionate medical educators in the women's health community, I truly cherish everything that the Scholars and Leaders program has done for my academic career.
I can think of not 10, not 20, but probably almost 50 people that if I have a specific dilemma, issue, problem, concern, or even just some sort of crazy idea that I come up with, I can pick up the phone, get a return call very shortly, and we can either think through the problem or think through what might be the next initiative or impact we want to create within women's health education.
I've sent many of my faculty in my own department and watched them grow to become important leaders in medical education locally as clerkship directors, residency program directors, vice chairs for medical education, and hospital-based and dean leaders. What I think is best about the APGO Scholars and Leaders is that it creates a network of friends and colleagues around the country, and you can always reach out to them for collaboration and projects and inspiration. The APGO Scholars and Leaders is truly unique.
I feel as though APGO is my home.
And I think that the tools that you acquire through the Academic Scholars and Leaders program is something that allows you to give back and make that community better.
I've been delighted to see how many of our graduates have gone on to positions of greater impact on our specialty as leaders of divisions, departments, schools of medicine, and in other service areas.
I hope the Scholars and Leaders program will continue far into the future. I can't really imagine a world within obstetrics and gynecology where the Scholars and Leaders program isn't an integral part of the development of many faculty and leaders in obstetrics and gynecology.
Hey now, there's a candidate for the Scholars and Leaders program right there.
We are excited to announce the establishment of the APGO Academic Scholars and Leaders Frank T. Stritter Endowed Faculty Fund in honor of Dr. Stritter's many contributions as program director for the first 18 years of the program. This fund will ensure the involvement of highly qualified professional educators and sustain the scholastic excellence of the program. To kickstart this vital campaign, we have already received individual donations and pledges from APGO leaders and past graduates, totaling $350,000, which includes $100,000 from the APGO Board Designated Fund. We invite you to join in the celebration during this next year and hope that you will make a personal contribution to help us reach our goal of $550,000. Thank you.